What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and welcome back to my Road to Max Prestige, where today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my best friend, David. There's so many weird stories I have from him, and some good, some bad. Excuse me. But I plan on sharing as much of that as I can today, and I will be talking about him again. I will be talking about him again in the future, but for today, we're going to have some fun, and I'm going to share some, good and bad stories. But before I get into that, I once again want to remind you guys that I come out with new episodes of this series every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, if you are interested in Facebook and Twitter type stuff, I can't get the word out. I also have those too, and links are down in the description below if you want to give me a follow or like on there. Go for it, I guess. But honestly, if you're new around here, I'd much rather you subscribe if you enjoy what I do today or anything else I've done. I try to do some kind of good videos every now and again, and I'm trying really hard to kind of slow down because I've been told that, dude, you talk a little too fast sometimes. So, yeah, let's try this out. Actually, one second, you guys. Okay, I was checking the gain on my mic. I wanted to see how high it was. So my buddy David, I met this guy back in, oh god, it had to be at least 2000, 2001. And he and I initially, we didn't really get along, but we didn't hate each other either, like right away. He was actually a friend of another friend of mine I had. Me and that person are no longer friends. So when we met, I used to do this thing where I've addressed this before. I prior to becoming a professional wrestler for a very brief stint, I did a backyard thing with my friends, and it was strictly for fun and all that great stuff. David was one of the guys that came to wrestle for me. I ran the thing, I ran the whole group that we did, and it was fun, and I had a lot of fun with those guys. But David was one of those guys that he was fun to be around when we were doing shows and when we weren't doing shows. And his gimmick was, well, I guess the best way to put it is smoke weed every day. That sums it up. That's his gimmick, because unfortunately that's how he is. David is a pothead. He is a fucking insane pothead. I mean, the man finds ways to smoke weed. In fact, I remember this one story. He was telling me about this bong he had. It was this really expensive, very special bong. It wasn't anything, I don't know how it was special, but he's going on and on and on about this fucking bong, and I'm like, David, dude, P, because everyone calls him P. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about the goddamn bong. And he's just kind of, no, man, no, you gotta check it out. It's like, it's got this, and it does this, and I swear to God, he's telling me it does all these great things. It's like, it'll make you a car, it'll fucking suck your dick, it'll do awesome shit. But he's just going on about this stupid bong. Finally, his wife comes up and says, sweetie, sit down, I'm gonna make you something to eat. And he's like, okay. Just kind of like, what the fuck? And I'm all, what? And then she tells me, he may have just smoked a bowl before we got over there. And I'm like, oh. Now, this was when he was trying out a new type of weed. By the way, this ass in the game really pissed me off. I'm like, dude, go back down the fucking hill. Like, really? Come on. So, anywho, but, no, he's not that bad. He's not like, hey, I'm a fucking pothead. No. He had tried out some new weed that day, and it was really good shit, apparently, because it knocked him stupid. So, and he's been smoking for a long goddamn time. Recently he has tried to quit, and the main reason why is because he has his little girl. He loves his daughter very, very much, and he's trying to clean up his life. And David has had some trouble with other things. He has some demons. And I remember very specifically, it was a few months before my mom passed away. He and I were having a conversation because, well, I'm not going to go into why we were having a conversation, but in the course of that conversation, he tells me, he goes, there's something you need to know, though, dude. And I'm all, what's that? And he starts telling me how he's kind of, back on that bandwagon, if you know what I mean. Well, he was, and he had been there for a while, and a few weeks prior to this, he had gotten so bad, he passed out and fell in a ditch. and woke up there and was like, okay, this is bad. And I flat out told him, I'm like, dude, you have two choices. Either you get your shit straightened out, you get clean, or our friendship is done. And I pray to God your daughter never sees you like that. And it hit home for him when I mentioned his daughter. And I'm not going to sit here and say me threatening my friendship was a reason he was like, okay, I need to clean up. But the man himself told me that was like the fact that I flat out was like, dude, no. And it wasn't me particularly. It was just the fact that someone had the balls to tell him, dude, either get clean or I'm done being your friend. So now David, of course, he's always been upfront and honest with me. And again, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm nobody special. But he values my friendship, and he took it seriously, and he has cleaned up his act a lot. You know, he's had the occasional slip. Everybody who's trying to get clean does, you know, but he doesn't take it lightly. He gets real pissed at himself when it happens, and I'm proud of him for one. He admits it when it happens. He doesn't sit there and be like, nah, man, I've been good. No, he'll be like, so, yeah, the other day. Now, he's actually been clean legitimately for the last 3 years. Solid clean, except for weed and, you know, a lot of weed. I have no idea how this fucker got me, and the fact that it was a headshot, that just sucks. Anyways, but I don't know. It's a weird thing. And Dave, well, I call him Dave or David P. Stoner. I'm serious. I've actually said to his face, "You fucking stoner." But he's a good man, and he's on a very, very, very short list of people who, even though he's not related to me by blood, I legitimately do consider him family. And he was at my mom's funeral, you know, and it wasn't because he asked if he could go. I told him, I said, so you're gonna go, right? And he was like, of course. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And that's David, dude. He's like a year older than me, but it's kind of funny because we'll joke with each other, and he's even said it. He's like, I'm like the big brother because I'm the one that keeps him in line, you know? So it's kind of funny like that. But, you know, David was there when Mom passed, and, you know, in recent times, in the last few years, he and I haven't been in contact as much, and it's partially due to my own fuck-ups because I'm so busy doing 1,000,001 things. When I do get some time to just kind of like do my own shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go over here and do my own thing. But every fucking year, it never fails. WrestleMania, he's the only person I'm gonna sit here and watch it with. And this year he was here, and we were both so shocked when Taker's streak was ended that we're sitting here going, what? You know, it was kind of one of those moments where if you don't know what I'm talking about, The Undertaker, who's been undefeated at WrestleMania, lost this past year to Brock Lesnar, and we, along with the audience that was in attendance, were fucking silent. I mean, it was like, did that just seriously happen? And after it was over, he and I talked about it, and he was like, man, I never thought I was going to see that. And I, of course, disagreed. I'm like, no, I saw it coming, just not this year, not to Brock Lesnar. But every year, you know, we've been doing it since the year after my mom passed. He's come to my house every year to watch WrestleMania, and it's one of the few days out of the year I look forward to, because I know I'm gonna see WrestleMania, and you know, me being a big wrestling fan and all that fun stuff, I look forward to it every year. But knowing that I'm gonna spend it with my best friend makes it that much more enjoyable for me. And like I said, there's a very short list of people I call a friend, and even shorter list of those people that I consider family. He's on that list, and I'm glad I met him. I'm glad he's somebody I could trust and rely on. Not always. Even he'll admit, I can fuck up shit still. But he's a good man, and I'm grateful to have him in my life. And maybe one of these days I'll get him to come out here and do a commentary with me. I have no fucking clue what we'll talk about, because he doesn't play Call of Duty. In fact, he thinks Call of Duty is, well, I won't put it the way he put it, but I will simply say this. It's just not his cup of tea. It's not his bag. He absolutely hates Halo too, by the way, which kind of sucks because I actually do enjoy Halo. But nah, David likes MMA and those kind of games, and he likes fighting games. So yeah, it sucks, but oh well. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be pretty much it. I don't really have any great stories about it, man. I thought I had some great stories. Well, I do, but I just don't have time to tell them. Well, maybe one. And it was when we were moving, because if you guys remember, I did the whole moving video the other day. We were moving from the house we lived at we were living in an apartment, then we moved into a house, the last house my mom was with us with. Okay, that one, yeah. He came over to help us. And in the course of the day, that man, oh my God, that man has the world's worst fucking farts. I mean, they're fucking, like, toxic, okay? Fucking paint comes off the walls, hair falls out of people's heads. It's just bad, okay? And this motherfucker lets one rip, and everyone in my family slowly walks out of the house. And he's the only one in there going, what? Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will be back tomorrow with another one. Until next time, sweet headshot. Adios. The Borderlands pre-sequel come out, and also I really want to give it a go of doing live commentaries so that when Advanced Warfare comes out, I can start doing those. I don't want to do strictly post-edit commentaries like I've been doing for the last several months. Don't get me wrong, I have fun doing these, but yeah, you run out of material real fast, like, if you do this. So yeah, and I figured, fuck it, let's have some fun. And I am gonna try very, very hard to do a live com playing multiplayer, you guys, but it is difficult, man. I get, especially in this game, because you really have to focus on what the fuck you're doing. It's not as simple as just play. It's not a mindless shooter.